Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm DJ.
And I'm Sakshi.
Hope you're doing well and staying safe. As some of you might know that we usually make food and travel videos, but due to COVID restrictions, we are not able to make those videos. So we have decided to make a cost of living video in Singapore.
Yeah, just a disclaimer that this video is based on our experience living in Singapore for the last 8 years. So it will give you an average ballpark cost for 2 people. And of course, it can vary a little bit based on your lifestyle. We've also put together a blog post on the same, and we'll include the link in the description box below, so it will give you all this information in written as well. So overall in this video, we are going to cover the costs for 4 categories, which is rent, basic utilities, public transport, groceries and dining out. So with that, let's get into it.
So rent is the biggest monthly expense you will incur. So let's talk about that first. So rent, as anywhere else, varies depends upon the size of the property, the location of the property, and the third factor here in Singapore is the type of the property you choose. So now let's look at the first option, condos or condominiums. These are private apartments, comes in different sizes from small tower to high rises. Private condos usually provide you a lot of amenities like gym, swimming pool, sauna, barbecue place, kids playground, and all those amenities. And these condos also comes in different sizes like studios, 1-bedroom apartment to up to 2, 3, 4 plus bedrooms as well. So based on our research, these are some of the ballpark figure. We want to give you one tip where it will help you save a lot of cost. So you can rent a room in a condo. That way you will be able to access all the amenities and live with your flatmates and save a lot of cost. Now let's look at the second option, HDBs or public housing estates. So these are slightly affordable compared to condos. The good thing about HDBs are they are very conveniently located near the MRT stations or bus stops. And also these estates have a wet market or community centers, public park nearby. So based on my research, here are some of the ballpark figures for HDBs. So now let's look at the third option, landed houses. So the landed houses are the most expensive rental properties if you choose to rent. So as Singapore is an island nation, the land comes at the premium cost. So the size of the landed house varies from 2-bedroom can go up to 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms and above that as well. So these landed house comes with a lot of your private amenities like private swimming pool, private parking and a garden and a lot of other facilities. And based on my research, here are some ballpark figures for landed houses.
Now let's talk about basic utilities, gas, water and electricity. These are quite affordable in Singapore and are often provided by the same company. For example, we avail all 3 from a company called SP Services, and our average monthly bill varies between 150 to 200 Sing dollars. Now let's talk about mobile connection. Here you can go for a SIM-only plan with postpaid or prepaid, or a contract plan which binds you to a certain time frame and comes with the handset of your choosing. Now because of that, contract plans are usually more expensive as it includes the cost of the handset as well. So for full information on plans and prices, you can visit the website of the 2 main telcos here, Singtel or StarHub. In our case, we opted to go for a SIM-only postpaid plan with StarHub, which costs us 25 Sing dollars per month. Now let's move on to the lifeline for almost everyone these days, the broadband internet connection. The same telcos I mentioned earlier also provide internet connection. For the plans and prices, going to their website is a good idea, and we'll also include the links in the description below for easy access. In our case, we've opted to go for a 1 Gbps fiber optic broadband with StarHub, which costs us 75 Sing dollars per month and is inclusive of the basic TV channels pack as well.
So now let's look at the public transport. The public transport system in Singapore is fantastic. It consists of MRTs, which are subway or metro network in the other parts of the world it's called. And it has buses and taxis and also ride sharing services. So now let's look at one by one these public transport options. So the first one is MRTs or mass rapid transport system. So these are These are a network of train lines which connects the entire island. So the MRT is very affordable. Usually the trip will cost you between $1 to $4, and this is calculated based on the distance you travel to. Similar to MRT, Singapore has a fantastic bus services network. So these bus stops are really conveniently located between few hundred meters on every route. And the frequency of the bus on these routes are very small as well, like 10 to 15 minutes the bus will come. And the cost of the ticket is also calculated same as MRT, which is based on the distance you will travel, and the average cost will be between 75 cents to up to $4 per trip. So now let's look at the taxis. The taxis in Singapore are classified into two categories: standard taxis and limousine services. So the standard taxis, the base fare starts from $3.3, and then additional cost for the distance you will travel. And for limousine service, the base fare starts at $3.9, and then additional cost for the distance you will travel. So to give you an estimate, a ride from city center to Changi Airport in a standard taxi will cost you around $20, which is the distance around 20 kilometers. So on top of the basic fare and the per kilometer fares, there are some additional costs for like peak hours, midnight surcharge. Those are additional to your base fares when you take the taxis. Singapore also has ride-sharing services, and two popular ride-sharing providers are Grab and Gojek. These are very popular in Singapore, and these are also quite affordable. Just to give you an estimate, ride from our residence to Changi Airport, which is roughly around 28 kilometers, will cost us around $30 in a ride-sharing service taxi.
Now let's move on to grocery shopping options. In Singapore, they can be broadly categorized as supermarkets and wet markets. So supermarkets are your usual supermarkets and can be further classified into budget supermarkets, which are more affordable, such as FairPrice and Giant. And then the premium supermarkets, where you'll get some gourmet products and organic products and are slightly more expensive, such as Cold Storage, Marketplace and Little Farms. Now your wet markets are your local markets where you can go for fresh produce such as meat, fruits and vegetables, and these tend to be a lot more affordable as compared to supermarkets. Usually on an average we spend anywhere between $500 to $700 on grocery shopping per month, wherein we prepare about 70% of the meals at home. When dining out at cafes or restaurants, the average meal cost for two people should range between 50 to 70 Sing dollars and 100 plus Sing dollars at a slightly more high-end option. Also note that alcohol is expensive in Singapore, so that will be an additional based on how much you consume. One type of food establishment that stands out in Singapore is the hawker centers, which are the local food courts. Now they can vary in size from as small as 10 stalls to the larger ones with around 40 to 50 stalls. We've also done a food vlog on hawker centers in Singapore, and we'll also include the link in the description below. Now the best thing about hawker centers is that they are very affordable, and an average meal cost for one person ranges between 4 to 8 Sing dollars. So in summary, if we add up all the costs, then the average monthly expenses for two people in Singapore should be around this.
That's it folks for this video, and thanks for watching.
And we hope that this was useful and informational, and as always, if you have more questions for us, then leave them in the comments. Do hit like, share and subscribe, and until next time, take care.